What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. It's your girl, DYANAROZAY, and I'm here to bring you guys the latest on Maurice Scott because the entire cast and even his family is laughing at him, child. Listen, he's never beating the charges. It doesn't matter what technicality he got off on in that courtroom. In the court of public opinion that includes his family and his bosses, he is never beating the charges. And I'm going to talk to you guys about what's going on over there in them social media streets, okay? If y'all missed my video, my review for Saturday night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, where Maurice admits that he hit a tree, a pole, then an animal, and then he concussed, which is basically just another way of saying he blacked out behind the wheel, okay? He was unconscious. He didn't go to the hospital. I think he was found in that police car unconscious, which is what got his tail in handcuffs in the first place. Not just that, but the strong stench, the strong odor of alcohol emitting from his breath and clothes, okay? We're going to talk all about it. I'm going to tell y'all what his family is saying along with his bosses. Stick around for everything. Hit the like button, share the video, please, and thank you. And let's get into it. So listen, let me show y'all the picture that got it started, okay? If y'all missed Saturday night's episode where Martell asked Maurice, what did you do? Okay, he was very strong with it. And then Maurice tells him, I hit a tree, then a pole, then an animal, then I concussed. And Martell stared at him for like a good 15, 20 seconds. And then he gave him those gun fingers. You know how you point at somebody with both fingers, And then he turns to the side to stop from laughing in Maurice's face. And that's what started the entire table laughing. Like everybody erupts into laughter because they knew exactly what it was, child. You ain't fooling nobody. But anyway, that was it. And, Kimmy's face ended up scrunching up like a lemon, child, because she don't like anybody laughing at her man. But this has been a storyline for the last 3 seasons where Kimmy and Maurice have basically brushed it off. Okay. But yeah, listen, let's talk about how it was first introduced in season 9 when Letitia Scott implied that her brother-in-law is an alcoholic. She was over there at that house, that modern house that Marcel was building. I think it's on Whitehall. And Tisha says to her husband, have you talked to your brother? Because he drinks a lot, Marcel. And this is after Marcel had made that admission on Facebook that he himself stopped drinking for a whole year. Even though he owns a bar, he said for a whole year, I stopped drinking because I knew that alcohol was ruining me. And then he goes on to say something like, even though he has an occasional drink now, after that year of sobriety, he said, I don't drink as much as I used to, and how proud he was of himself. And he told Tisha, get out of my face. He said, Tisha, are you crazy? No, I'm not talking to him about it, especially after what just happened. He knows what's going on with him, right? So he basically said he wasn't going to have a discussion about Maurice's drinking. He didn't want to bring that to the show. But we do remember Kimmy trying to bring it up. And that happened in season 10. Was that season 10? I believe so. I believe it happened in season 10 because Maurice said he refused to talk about it until after the case was over. Now, even though the charges were dropped on a technicality, I guess something didn't go the way it was supposed to when they were charging him. Kimmy ends up having a conversation with Maurice at the crib. And she said, I can tell that something's wrong. Is there something you're not telling me? And he basically says to her, no, because you couldn't help me with it anyway. So he didn't say there wasn't anything wrong. He just said, you couldn't help me with it anyway. So I'm not going to tell you. And that's where it ended. So there's still more to this story, y'all. You remember that? I know you do. Also, Martell laughed at Maurice so hard I think they met up for like dinner or lunch. They were in some sort of dark restaurant or bar. But Martell laughed at Maurice so hard that Maurice turned burgundy. Okay, he was so red in the face, he was practically burgundy. And Maurice never told Martell that he concussed. If he did, production cut it out, and Martell still was laughing his butt off, but it didn't play out that way for the audience. Anyways, I want y'all to see what Micah Scott, which is the brother of Maurice and also business partner because he works up there at that title company. And he said something like, I think he wants to be a lawyer, or he's in law school, or maybe just graduated. And he said that Maurice was his inspiration. But check this out. Micah is in the comment section laughing at his brother as well. Also giving the emoji where you're like, woof, you got played, bro, or you played yourself, bro. But he said, why ain't nobody talking about the way Marceau and Tisha Scott were laughing? Leave my brother alone. And Tisha got under it and said, that was funny. Tisha Scott, the one who just told Destiny, don't kiki over me. Don't get your rocks and jollies off of my name. She said, I need to be in the room when you make jokes on me. Okay. Look, Destiny Payton got into the comments and she said, baby, everybody was fighting for their lives at that table. Nonetheless, we all love you and we're happy you're okay. Child. Who else said something? Letitia Scott had another comment. She said, thank God you're okay. However, again, she's laughing it up over there in the comment section. Maurice and Kimmy did share the promo video where Martell did the rat tat 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 on Maurice's butt. So I guess they're trying to show themselves to be team players, are having, a good spirit about it. But we know that was really burning them up inside. And Martell is going to go after Kimmy next week, or at least make the comment that she needs to mind her business. So on Saturday night's episode, Martell is going to have it out about Kimmy. And to be honest with y'all, I don't think that Martell liked Kimmy too much anyway. Let's take it back to first season when Martell said, Kimmy thinks she's somebody's mama. Remember that? Kimmy thinks she's somebody's mama. And it gave you the impression that, him and Kimmy used to have it out. That's what I think anyway. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. Carlos King also got into them comments. And this is important because remember on the season 9 reunion stage, Maurice told Carlos King to mind his business. Remember, he was asking questions about the DUI, and Maurice said something like, my lawyer advised me, or my lawyer advised me not to talk, and I'm going to follow his advice to shut the fuck up. And I advise you to do the same. He told Carlos King to shut the F up. And Carlos's face, like literally, he was so pissed. You could see that it broke his spirit. He was not expecting Maurice to come at him that hard. I mean, nobody would have. But at the end of the day, it certainly did happen, child. But he got into that comment section and put Tisha Scott up as an emoji. Okay. But yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about all of it in the comments. And if y'all remember anything that I may have left out regarding this, talk to me, because it sounds like there's something deeper going on that Marceau knows about, didn't want to talk about. He shut Kimmy down. He shut Carlos King down. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, okay? Also, y'all, follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. Hit the like button, share the video. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And until the next one, bye-bye.